The US Justice Department released 3 million pages of documents and thousands of videos and photos relating to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. And so journalists, of course, around the world have been poring over this latest release. The Prime Ministers of India and Malaysia, that's Narendra Modi and Anwar Ibrahim, came across in private emails between Jeffrey Epstein and some of his associates. In the case of Anwar, that was in 2012, when Anwar was still an opposition politician, and Epstein discusses with his associate the potential of setting up a meeting with the view that one day Anwar might indeed become the Prime Minister. He floats the idea of luring Anwar to Paris to meet with Woody Allen, who he says is, offering world leaders to make films in his country. And in the case of Narendra Modi, Epstein brags in 2017 that he advised Modi on a state trip to Israel. And he says he sang and danced in Israel on Epstein's advice. Well, of course, being mentioned in the files doesn't necessarily imply wrongdoing or criminal activity. Anwar sought to kind of laugh it off and said he had never had anything to do with Epstein or his associates. In the case of India, the Foreign Ministry did acknowledge that Modi had been to Israel in 2017, but they said that this idea that Epstein had set it up was just the trashy ruminations of a convicted criminal. Nevertheless, in the Indian case, there are quite a few high-profile Indian politicians and business people named elsewhere in the files that certainly local media are still poring over, and the opposition in India have also launched onto. So we're going to see how that plays out in the case of Indian politics.